See him in his third professional fight. Paul Ispis taking on Isaac Castan, and that is coming up next.
I want a good, clean fight. I want you to protect yourselves at all times. Belt line is here, belt line is here. There or above will be considered good blows. Is there any questions, gentlemen? Touch gloves now, come out at the belt. Good luck to you both.
No questions from either fighter's side. Paul Ispis wearing the red trimmed with black. On the other side, Isaac Castan in the white trimmed with pink. And we are underway. 4 rounds.
I think we got ourselves 2 southpaws.
And you're right, Jesse. Interesting to see Castan also come out in that southpaw stance. Ispis looking to find a home for the right jab. Finding range early on here is going to be very key for both of these guys. Very similar in both height and reach.
Yeah, both guys kind of having the same sort of idea right now. Just feel the opponent out.
Back with your jab. Back with your jab.
Touch, see what he's got. Don't rush in. There we go. Never mind.
Castan came flying in.
Straight left hand on that entrance.
He clearly wasn't listening to your instructions there. Paul Ispis is, though, Jesse, as he's taking his time and moving forward very carefully.
Yeah, you see the little jabs to the body, the setup shots.
Back with your hook.
His 2 tries on his left hook have been nice, just over the top both times, so he's almost there on range. As Castan caught him with the left.
Nice left there. Paul's got to keep that left leaning back like that.
Now, the last time we saw Paul Ispis in 3 Lions Promotions, he had his toughest fight in his second career outing. And it was a lot of back and forth actions. That time, Paul caught him with the left hand. So just as we were talking about Paul having a little bit of early trouble, he strikes with the left.
He's patient, caught him coming in. He's lunging in. He's got to keep that jab working, keep finding them, and then take those explosive attacks just like he did when he caught him.
Castan came forward with the right hand that time. And that time Ispis with the combination. Backing Castan to the ropes. Castan swinging wildly as Ispis goes underneath.
Use your stick. Use your stick.
Ispis trying to back him off. Castan dives in and
He's trying to catch him coming in. He's smart. Because Castan's lunging. He's lunging in with that wide left hook.
Ispis almost leveled him with a left uppercut. That time caught him with a left hook. Wasn't that looping one you were talking about? It was a short left hook, but it did some damage.
Yeah.
Ispis corner calling for that right jab.
Well, just the jab's just gonna help him stay outside. He does not need to fight this guy because this guy looks like he's swinging hard. He's coming from a knockout. The jab will help him stay distant and away from that power.
You're right, Jesse. Castan really looks like he's trying to drag this into a brawl. As again, Castan comes diving in, and Ispis, when he's able to keep him on the outside, Castan isn't left with a whole lot of options.
No. When he's on that bounce, he got caught there.
Ispis got leveled with the left hand, but he's still there. Castan swinging as well. Both men going back and forth. Ispis in some trouble. And that will end the first round.
Fighting with that chin high like that, he's gotta be smart. He's got to back to that box and stay at a distance. Fighting this guy, this is where you get that dangerous fights, because this guy's not looking to box with Paul. He's looking to try and knock him out, and he had him hurt there. No doubt about that. He was hurt.
Yeah, immediately, right from the open, we saw that Castan was looking to drag this into a brawl. He wants this in tight quarters and swinging for the fences. Ispis looking to do a little bit more, well, let's just say boxing. He's looking for a little bit more of that bounce. He's looking to get the jab involved, and he's got to get the jab involved if he wants to have success. As we take a look, Jesse, right at the end of the round, there it was, Castan catching him.
Nice left hook, and he's just coming forward and punching, and he's got to keep that distance with that jab.
Now, the downside for Ispis, obviously, is that he got rocked. The upside is it was right before the end of the round, so he was able to get his wits back about him.
He nice little recovery there, so come back with those hands high already. Very nice.
Yeah, and it looks like from his feet and the footwork in total, Jesse, he's got everything back to where it needs to be.
Hands up.
Yeah, he's starting to, you see the hands are higher now. Good wake-up call the first round.
Castan staying pretty loose as Isbis backs him to the ropes again. Castan comes flying in with that left.
Those are dangerous shots.
Hands up, Paul.
The dangerous part about it for Castan is the way he throws it. He almost drops his head, Jesse, and comes way over the top.
Yeah, dangerous on both ends. Paul's a good counterpuncher. He'll catch him coming in like that, but he's got to keep that jab working. He's got to stay boxing.
Well, and right there you saw it. Isbis playing Castan's game. Step forward for the left hand without the jab, and Castan saw it coming. Nice.
Castan's starting to box now.
Nice exchange back and forth a moment ago. Isbis now starting to control the ring a little bit more.
Stick it.
And this is what we talked about in Azim Khan's fight earlier on, dictating where this fight's going to take place.
Yeah. Put it where you want to be. That way you can start picking the shots you see. If you're fighting backing up and moving all the time, you're not set. Your feet aren't set.
Off the jab now. Double
There's
it
no
up.
real control. Here in the center, you have control.
And Castan again, I don't think he got all that one. That looked more like it landed on the shoulder.
Pass up, Paul. Come on.
It hit off the gloves and stuff, but it's still, those are hard shots.
2-1-2.
Those hurt. On the gloves or not.
Isbis that time with the left hand that struck and it back
That was a nice
Castan
straight
up.
left. And he's catching them coming in.
The right hook that time did a little bit of damage, and Castan had a couple of second thoughts about flying in there after he felt that.
Yeah, you see him step back.
Speed, Paul.
Castan staying to the outside.
Nice left, Paul.
Again.
That was a nice overhand because Castan's dropping that right. He's dropping that right. Paul had a little change of height. Nice left over top.
Boy, you and I are on the same page, Jesse, because I was just about to mention that Castan is feeding into that left hand if Paul stays patient with it.
Finish your hook.
And you just saw it again, Castan, every time he's moving out to Paul's left.
Yeah.
1-2 hook. Go. Do it. Don't wait. Do it.
And now it's stepping right in, responding to the corner's calls. The
Very
right
nice
hand
body
starting to
work.
work, and it's opening up the left.
1-2. Hook off your jab. Go.
Castan seems like he's wearing a little bit out, a little bit wary.
And Jesse, it's no surprise that Paul's best moments so far have come, as you were talking about earlier, when he sets that right hand and then follows with the left. That's where he's opening Castan up.
He can start picking shots from that point. On the outside, you have a better vision than fighting in close with a very good inside fighter. You have to stay outside.
Take a look back into round two, and this round swung a lot more in the direction of Paul Isbis. Again, we saw Castan with some power early, but then Paul would come back later on in that round.
You see, he's on the outside. He's got punches landing from the inside. Castan's landing. If you take that away from him, it's Paul's fight. If Paul can take away the inside game from Castan, there's not much out there because you can see he's winging in shots. He's very wide and open. So Paul has to stay boxing if he wants to win this fight. And it's a close fight so far.
And again, we're going to sound like the old broken record, but how do you keep that from happening? It seems like it's the right jab. It's keeping Castan to the outside and not allowing him, Jesse, to step in.
Exactly. He's got to keep that jab, but his feet also have to be moving. He cannot be flat-footed. You see how he's moving back? That's nice. It's good. And then you want to angle off of that. Very nice.
Right there, using that right hand. It kind of fooled Castan, who I believe thought the left was coming.
And you see Castan's, he's a little more weary to jump in now.
And again, Castan trying the right hand, but it didn't work off the hook. Paul beat him to it that time. They went right for right, and now Isbis using that right jab, just stinging it in.
He's starting to find his home with those shots. Castan's a tough opponent. He's gonna keep coming forward. He's got 4 rounds of war.
The impressive part of Castan's game so far is even when he misses one of those winging shots, how quickly he's able to reset his feet to be dangerous again.
Yeah. But you can hear his coach saying, "Don't let him rest," and that's good advice because Castan's getting tired. He's hitting Paul's arms. Paul's hands are high now, so he's not getting caught like he did in the first. but it's wearing him out.
This looks like what we saw earlier on with Roland Membrano and Linnell Olvera, where Olvera just ran out of gas as they got into that third round. I don't think Castan is there, but Ispis certainly looks like the fresher fighter in round 3.
Ispis needs to start working that body because he's already tanking. Start working that body, then those headshots will find their home.
Oh, Ispis just missed that time twice. Oh, but the
Nice
short right
straight
hand
left.
got it.
Pipe it, ball. Right away,
Pardon me,
Paul.
Jesse, you're right. That was the left hand that struck.
Right away, Paul.
There you go.
Mark him, Paul. Short
Now
punches,
Ispis
Paul.
forcing him back to the
Paul,
ropes.
short punches.
Castan,
You know, this is good on Paul's part. It's wearing Castan out. He's already tired. Leaning on him, leaning on him, wrestling, that wears your opponent out.
and you can see the difference. Castan just tried a 4-punch combination. All 4 found the gloves of Ispis.
And then he backed straight up to the ropes because he's tired.
1-2-1. 1-2-1.
Yeah, at this point, Castan is throwing combination and then rest. That is not a great recipe.
And if Paul wants to, you know, take that rest away from him, throw the combos and then jump on him again, throw a second attack, and that's when you'll see Castan really start wearing.
Ispis striking with the left hand, both to the head and the body in that last exchange. And it's that left hand again up towards the jawline. Ispis didn't get what he wanted on it, but it still made its way through.
Castan's coming in the end of the round. There you go. Nice finish by both fighters.
Third round expires, and Paul Ispis clearly looking like the fresher of the two. Jesse Castan is trying to stay in, but Ispis frustrating him a little bit more now.
Yeah, because he's taking the center and he's moving outside of those winging shots versus, you know, letting Castan hit him. You take that away, it's you start winning the fight. Yeah, see, every punch counter now. Very nice, very nice. You see, it caught him coming in, winging shots. You just come right up the middle with those return shots, and they'll find their way home.
Now you're going into a 4th round. If you're Paul Ispis, your 2 wins have come by way of decision already, even though his last fight was an overwhelming decision victory. Does this really favor Paul Ispis? Because he's used to this. This is his territory at this point.
Yeah, and you can see Castan is tired. Paul has been here before, and I'm sure Castan has too, but not in a long time.
Now, Paul's only been in 4-round fights thus far, but if he continues his success in later rounds, we may have to change the nickname from Iron to the Marathon Man.
That's it.
As again, you see that right jab
Nice
finding
jab.
a home.
Nice jab. And when your opponent's a southpaw and you're a southpaw, that jab does not get taken away. That's actually a good range fighter for Paul.
Well, what's that old saying that the biggest fear of the southpaw is the straight right?
Exactly. Well, they're both straight right.
Jab left hook. Jab left hook.
But Castan's coming. He's not giving up.
Oh, up over the top with that left hand. And you can see that Ispis does possess a lot of power out of that left.
Yeah, he's going to find it with that, starting with that right jab. He's got to find it there.
Dave Dunbar right
nice
on
to the
top of
body.
the scene, saying Ispis did give him a little bit of a push, not a punch back, but doesn't seem to matter at this point as Ispis really outworking Castan early in the 4th.
Yeah, now he's taking center, and those shots are not pity-pat shots anymore. These shots are hurting Castan.
Oh, Castan comes back with a pair, and then the uppercut.
He's got to take center.
Ispis
Castan is going to war.
Ispis was trying desperately to back him up. Castan just wanted to stay right in the pocket, and it looks like Paul Ispis taking him out
Tides
here
have
to
changed
reset.
now. Now Castan's taking center.
Oh, Ispis that time did land a right hand. Oh, but Castan with a left.
This is a war.
Back and forth we go. This 4th round just swinging wildly. Castan ducked his head and Ispis caught him there.
5 punches, go.
Castan
They're
go
both
back to the
just
body.
exchanging.
Go, deep breath.
Good
Go,
matchmaking.
go.
Again, Dan Otter doing a brilliant job with 3 Lions Promotions, putting all of this in place.
Step back in. Sucker.
As Ispis being backed up a little by Castan.
You know, it's a close enough fight where this, you know, the first round Castan, second round Paul, third round Paul, but if Castan can take this, we might have ourselves a draw.
I'm not sure at this point how you make a decision in this fourth round. They're both just going at one another. Castan dives ahead. Ispis backs him off and lands a left.
Those guys just firing, tired, still going. That's the will of the fighters.
Oh my goodness, exhausted but pounding away. Dave Dunbar pushes them off. 10 seconds to go in the fourth round. It could all come down to this.
Paul taking the ropes. Very nice.
Oh, Castan back with one. Ispis to the left. It's a
good
sprint.
finish.
Wow.
Both guys, what a fight.
Oh, I would not want to have to judge that fourth round.
That's a hard one to fight, or to judge. My bad.
Oh, no, I think you were right. That would have been a hard one to
Hard one to fight either way.
Oh, my. Well, Jesse, one thing that we have found out, Paul Ispis can go the distance, and he can go the distance with heavy hitters. And on the other side, Isaac Castan has a whole lot of heart. Even if the style is a little wild at times, he can really stay in there. We'll take another look at the end of this fight, Jesse, just back and forth.
Both guys, center of the ring, then back up to the ropes and back to the center, and then non-stop action. That's a good fight.
And you love seeing the respect right at the end. I mean, what else can you say at that point? Paul Ispis and Isaac Castan just stood in there for 4 rounds, neither man backing down. How can you not have respect for the opponent at that point?
That's just it. You know, the fighting game is you know, you don't like each other before you get in the ring. It's not even that you don't like each other, but you can't like each other. You can't be a nice guy in there. You've got to try and hurt. You've got to try and win. But then after, shut it down. Everybody has to have respect. That's my thing. You see guys like Mayweather, McGregor just talking bad garbage to each other, and then right after shaking hands. And, you know, that's the love of the sport. I love
Mayweather's
that.
got a life-size picture of McGregor in his house now.
Yeah, that was a big pay for him.
Oh my goodness. Well, these two may want to frame a picture of this one. What a great fight as we go back into David Neven.
Applause for these two warriors. After 4 action-packed rounds, we go to a decision. Judge at ringside, Alan Davis scores the bout 38-38 even. Overruled by Harry Davis and Roger Dietrich, both of whom score 39-37 for your winner. By majority decision, Paul